Hey, sailing strangers. Welcome to another episode of The Strange Sessions, the final season. Kurt, how are you?
Good. How are you? I'm glad I was able to help with the sailing.
Yes, thank you. We just listened to a snippet of...
Is
it called Sailing Away?
It's just called Sailing. Because Krista was having issues with the sound.
Audio.
So I had on my desktop.
He needed to soothe me with some yacht rock.
Christopher Cross's greatest hits is on my desktop, so I had to play some Sailing, and now that'll be in our head.
Yep. It's a great song. It's a great song.
If you're new to the podcast, you're getting in really late.
Yeah, you're really late. It's surprising to me how many people are still like discovering us now. Like when I feel like we're on the downswing.
We are very much on the downswing.
Yeah.
We're on our victory lap here. But do the spiel.
Yeah, if you don't want to listen to this. We're about to spend 20 minutes talking about probably the weather. I was going to say summery strangers because it's going to get hot this week.
It's going to be hot.
And hot for us in Wisconsin is like upper 80s, lower 90s, and super humid.
So humid. That's what sucks.
And we're going to do a taste test, some housekeeping. If you want to listen to that, just hit pause, check the show notes. Kurt will have posted the timestamp of the topic start.
Yep.
Skip ahead.
Shout-outs to our newest strangers. You ready for this list?
Is it 0 again?
Nobody has joined the strangers in the last 4 months.
Wow.
So I think
we continue to get followers on like Instagram, though. So people are still...
Well, Facebook's
joining.
A mess. Like I
know.
I'm just so over
I can't
Facebook.
wait to be done.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But I want to give a special shout out to Eric Orheim.
Yeah.
It's his birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Eric. I'll be seeing you later. He's having a little get together.
And Kurt's going to bring you a little something from the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I will.
Don't forget to grab that.
Okay, remind me because I'm honestly going to forget. Housekeeping, my eye thing went away on its own. So I'm happy about that. But if it comes back, I won't be happy. So I'm going to have to see. If it does come back, then there's something wrong. Oh, God. There's a stack of caps. Yeah.
We're still selling hats if anyone's interested.
But, yeah, my eye thing is gone. That's all I really have in housekeeping is my eye thing is gone.
You know, we should sign a bunch of these. The black ones will be hard to sign unless we get like a silver.
We should sign those. I never thought about signing the caps.
Like maybe on the inside.
It'll be worth money someday when the Strange Sessions is
$5.
Do you have any housekeeping?
I'm again, happy birthday, Eric.
Yes, happy birthday, Eric. I'll see you in a couple hours.
Housekeeping. I don't know. I don't think so. It's been a while, so I feel like we're
Memorial Day.
More off our game than usual.
Yeah, we are, and we're never totally on our game as it is, so we are off. I feel like my allergies are bad right now.
Yeah, mine have been pretty bad too. Just like a lot of sneezing and itchy eyes and whatever.
I'm trying to think. I feel like there was something else we were going to talk about, but I can't think. Some of the UFO stuff going on is pretty crazy with the disclosure coming. Supposedly, and that people are saying that if we knew what it really was, we wouldn't be able to sleep at night and all that.
I just saw a clip. So Project Fear released a new episode where they spent like a month at Area 51 taking like video and stuff, and they think they caught like a new military aircraft that's not supposed to be like announced until 2028, which is kind of cool. They caught it on camera, and they showed a clip from Obama where somebody is asking him, are aliens real? And he says they're real, but he says they're not being kept underground at what is it called, Area 51. He's like, unless it's so conspiratorial that even the president didn't know about it. I was like, that he was so casual the way he was like, yeah, they're real. Also, define alien. Are we talking bacteria? Or are we talking actual sentient beings?
I think they're real, but I think they're interdimensional. I don't think they come from space. I think they're interdimensional. That's my guess. And I think that's why they're saying people would freak out if they knew about it. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I try too hard. I try not to think too hard about space because just space in general freaks me out.
Yep.
The infinite. Oh my God. Yeah. It's so scary, actually.
Yeah.
People who want to go out there.
I know.
What is wrong with you?
I know. And then I was just listening to, I don't remember what, it was a YouTube channel. I was scrolling on YouTube and it was about the lost cosmonauts, that there's audio of a Russian cosmonaut that was supposedly like burning up, coming back into reentry, and she doesn't technically exist because a lot of ones that they sent up that it wasn't successful. Yeah, nobody knows about, and they said there's ones that went up that drifted off into space, and didn't come back, and nobody knows about, which is a frightening.
That is so scary.
It's like, yeah.
Oh, what a horrible way to go, honestly. All alone.
In space.
Just in the vastness. Oh, darkness.
Yeah, space is so weird, scary. Man.
There's something very lonely about
like
that.
It freaks me out to think of what would happen if gravity just stopped.
Grab a tree.
I listened to a podcast. Was it The Swerve? Did I talk about this already? Where it was about that this guy wrote this book, I think in the 60s, about, was it polar change? Where it's not magnetic, it's where the poles actually flip. Like what is right now the equator would be North Pole.
Yeah,
and he says that this has happened several times and that we're overdue for that. And he talked about how it would be 1,000-mile-an-hour winds and like 2-mile-high tsunamis. And he said that this has wiped out civilization several times over. That there's always been a civilization here. It gets wiped out by that. And
is this just theories?
And then the CIA redacted a bunch of stuff and wouldn't let his book out, which was the weird part. Like they knew, I don't know, but it's that there was a civilization and then we get wiped out, and it explains why all these creation myths have a flood. So it was actually really kind of scary. They said we're basically way overdue for that. Yeah. But
I'm not going to think too hard about that either.
No. Anyway.
Have you been watching it? I feel like I feel like I watched something recently, or I have been watching something and I wanted to talk about it on the show, and now I can't remember. I am obsessed with Backrooms content, though. Like, I can't get enough of it.
Yeah. Was it Jeremy that said that was really good?
The movie looked really good. I really want to see the movie. I'm not a theater girl, though.
No, I have not seen a movie since Shutter Island, and that was how many...
that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I have to wait until it comes out on streaming.
Yeah.
But there's so much content on. Some of it's not great, but some of it is genuinely like freaky.
Yeah, and people are going to Oshkosh or wherever.
Oh, to where the original Backrooms photo was? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I talked about this. I feel like we've talked about Backrooms, but there is this one where the person, it's almost always a dude, goes into a room and they have to keep going back the door they came through to get out. And whenever they open the door they just came through, it's a different room. And the rooms keep getting smaller.
Oh, that's creepy.
And at the very end, they're like stepping into the smallest closet where he can barely get the door open. And my heart was just pounding because that is like the ultimate nightmare.
Yeah. Did you see the footage of those miners that were trapped?
Oh, my God. Yes. Like the water is...
And they're kind of laughing down there. And it's like
they're probably just so happy to see someone coming to...
The camera. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I watched like a few seconds of that, and I was like, I can't do this. No. Nope. I would. I just can't even.
No, I can't either.
Oh, that is such a nightmare.
We're getting ourselves all worked up
my
here.
God.
Should we open that space?
Yeah, let's open this package.
Polar change. Yeah, sorry, it's been so depressing so far.
Ooh.
This is from Stranger...
Jessica.
Jessica. I love the name Jessica.
Oh, shoot. I gotta get the dagger. I feel like I was watching something, though. I was like, I need to mention this on the show.
I just haven't watched much of anything lately. I've been reading. I read Ready Player 1, and I'm halfway through Ready Player 2.
Okay.
I'm doing there's a treasure book out called There's Treasure Inside, where there's like a huge treasure hidden somewhere in the country, and there's 4 smaller ones, and it might have something to do with Ready Player 1, and I've seen the movie, but I read the book, and the book is really good.
Okay.
Like for people our age, because it's all like 80s references.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Krista's struggling.
As always.
As always.
I'm not grunting as much, though, so I feel like that's a win.
Yeah, I do have a taste test here we could potentially do.
Okay. Yeah, who knows what's in here?
I don't know what's in there.
Oh, I grunted.
You did grunt.
Oh, I think there's a bunch of stuff in here.
Okay.
So how are we going to do this? Oh, there is so much stuff in here.
Do you see food items?
So here is...
Oh, my gosh.
A letter and someone graduated. Is that her? Oh, that's her.
This is so cute. Class of 2026.
So is that high school or college? Let me look. Wow, I really need Oak Forest Academy. Oh, it must be college then, right? No, I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to read this. You ready? Wow, I got to take off those glasses. Ready?
Wow. Oh, these are beautiful pictures.
They are. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hi, Kurt and Krista. I hope... Look at her. The picture. The letter is so cool.
Oh, my gosh.
I hope this letter and package finds you guys well. My name is Jesse Gay. I am a big fan of yours from Louisiana and have listened to your podcast with my mom and brother since late 2019. We live roughly 60 miles north of New Orleans, which is full of paranormal stories and history. I'd love to hear a Strange States episode about Louisiana.
Okay.
So we'll have to see if we can shoehorn. That would actually be really good.
Do you have a Strange State picked to do?
No.
We did one.
We did one, but Louisiana would be a good one to do.
Oh, heck yeah, with New Orleans. We've never talked about New Orleans.
No. Should we? Maybe I'll see if... Because we have a couple open dates, right?
Well, our open... Yeah, September is when we have a bunch of openings.
Our favorite part of the podcast, besides the topic, is the taste test. So my mom and I made you guys a package full of our favorite Louisiana-based snacks and desserts. As well as the snacks we sent, I put a graduation announcement inside. Y'all's podcast has been such a big highlight of my life during lockdown to present day. I listen to the podcast whenever I am doing something... work, driving, cooking, homework, etc. I feel like it was only right to send you guys one because of the positive influence y'all have had on my life.
Aww.
Thank you, Jesse. I feel like I don't expect anything in return. Just receiving it is more than enough. With all of this being said, this is by far one of my favorite podcasts, as well as my brother's. He is 11 years old and has loved everything paranormal since he was in diapers. I swear he may end up becoming a cryptozoologist. If you guys could do an episode about the Rougarou or the Rake, he would really appreciate it.
Haven't we talked about that?
I don't know, but let's shoehorn that in for... Just for her. I
feel like
season.
we've talked about the Rake.
The Rake we might have talked about, but the Rougarou I think is like a werewolf. I think it's like a New Orleans werewolf. I don't know, but let's fit that into this.
Well,
this
especially
season.
if we do a Strange State.
Anyways, I hope you all enjoy the snacks and have a great rest of your year. Stay strange, Jessie.
I hope she's okay that you said her last name.
I wonder if this is her graduation quote. You never really understand a person until you climb around into his skin and walk around in it. From To Kill a Mockingbird.
Ah.
Yep. Aw, thank you so much, Jesse.
Oh, this is lovely.
Yes.
Okay.
Should we go down to her graduation party?
Sure. So...
Just reach in and grab.
There's so much stuff in here. I'm just going to grab what's on top.
Okay.
Honestly. And it's king cake.
Oh.
I'll have to get a picture. Oh, there's so much stuff in there. Oh my gosh. Okay. It just blows me away that people actually take the time to put this stuff together.
Cake is a...
It's a very New Orleans thing.
Like
a Mardi Gras
kind
thing.
Of thing.
Yeah. I'm familiar. I've seen it. I've never had it though.
Thank you so much, Jesse, for all of this.
Let me get a picture without a glare. Okay.
I'll take mine back home then.
Rip her open. Are there two in here? Oh, you're going to take yours back home?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nothing really exciting.
Ooh.
And it sounds like we're going to have enough for taste tests for a little while.
Ooh, this looks so good. Oh, it smells good. I'm just going to rip a piece off.
That's fine.
Ooh, we have paper towel down here. Perfect. Ooh, I got some green stuff. Green sugars. My mouth is watering all of a sudden.
Yeah, mine actually did
excited.
too. I like the consistency of this.
Ooh, yeah. Do you want a napkin?
Oh, it smells good.
Here. Ooh, I'm really excited about this. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, wow. It's really good.
Wow.
Oh.
What is the flavor?
I don't know.
Amazing.
But
it's
there's a
so
cool
moist.
there's a cool consistency on the top where it's
so
a
crunchy
thick frosting.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's almost got 3 layers. The bottom Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. That is easily a 10 out of 10.
Heck yeah.
That is one.
That's an 11.
And that's like it's not even, it's like a prepackaged one.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I wonder if this is like the kind of thing you could buy at a bakery rather than like a gas station, you know?
That is seriously like one of the best cakes I've ever had.
Wow, orange. Okay, I'm tasting orange.
Yeah.
Orange and lemon.
Easily a 10 out of 10.
It's got cream cheese in it.
Ooh, Jesse's got us stuff to eat for a couple podcasts, so that'll be awesome.
Yeah, I'm finishing this, so.
Yeah, I figured I'd let that for you. Or Jim. Or you.
I meant this.
Oh. Thank you so much, Jesse.
How are things going with your health?
Just constantly tired all the time. The usual.
Have you changed your diet?
I have been eating better. Last night was the first time I had pizza in 2 years. Or 2 years. In 2 weeks. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so I have been making a little bit of it. I know, that's so good.
That was really good.
I've been making an effort to eat a little bit better, but we'll see.
I feel like you need to change up your sleeping schedule.
I've been getting out and walking more.
Oh, good.
Last night I did not sleep good at all, so I'm just exhausted.
And what time did you go to bed?
7 o'clock, and then the tornado sirens woke me up at 10.
We got some storms last night.
Jesse, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
On graduation.
And thank you.
Thank you so much.
This is so generous. And hi to your little brother. I don't know. Did she say his name?
Am I friends with her on Facebook? If not, I got to friend her. Nope. Just he's 11 years old.
Okay.
And he's.
Did she say she listens with her mom too?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hi to your mom too.
Yes, hi to the whole family.
The whole family.
From us.
Thank
you so
you
much,
again.
Jesse. That meant the world to us. So thank you.
When we get stuff like that, I'm like, oh, man.
Maybe we shouldn't.
I know.
We shouldn't stop.
It's so hard.
Yeah, but Stranged and Confused will be like
they'll still get their fix.
You're still going to come on to be guest co-host, so they'll still get their fix.
I agree.
And it's so weird to me that, like I said, we could with AI right now, we could put all of our past episodes into AI and then have it just create an episode with our voices.
Ugh, I hate that actually.
It
creeps me out so much.
I was listening to The Swerve on the way here, the podcast, and it was about AI and that weird ghost thing or demon thing that was found in AI. And we talked about it in the AI episode.
Okay.
That weird lady that somebody typed in something and then this showed up. And it was, and I was actually going to look this up. There's I think we might have Molt Book. MOLT.
Molt
Book.
Okay.
That's the social media that's only AI.
Oh.
Like AI, I can't think of what they're called, but AI things go to this and talk to each other.
Ew.
And humans can't, but you can read what they're saying. And like, he was, the guy from The Swerve was reading some of the really interesting ones. And it's just, there was one where this one AI thing said, my human asked me something this morning, and then when I was done, he said thank you, and the AI is like, it's just my job to do this, but it made me feel something when he said thank you.
Stop it.
And then there was one that was talking about how humans dream when they're not awake, and that it was bothering that AI that it doesn't dream. There's just nothing in between one session to the next.
Oh.
So it was just weird.
Don't make me start feeling bad for AI.
No. No. It said that one thing was interesting was it said, I don't know if it still does this, but when AI you used to have it do a report, it would always do these weird long dashes. And some people theorize that that's like almost an inside way for AI to talk to each other. So if it got erased, it would know that it's almost like the AI secret language. So it's weird.
Have you heard about this stuff with Facebook too? Mark Zuckerberg was going to start tracking everybody's clicks
100%.
to train AI.
100%.
And he told them he was going to do it.
Yeah. And now AI is Facebook's doing this thing where people are just getting locked out of their accounts because it said it's child cruelty or something. You're banned from your account, but you can maybe get back in if you submit a photo of yourself, like a profile mugshot photo. And then a lot of people are doing that and still not getting in.
I would just be like, sayonara, I'm not coming back.
Facebook is trash now.
Oh
it used to be like 10 years ago, it was great, and it's just not anymore. Like I'm just not that good with Discord. Like I was going to say, I almost feel like we need to move. I'd like to go somewhere else, but it's like where?
But I also feel like I don't want to be on Facebook when we end the podcast, but I also don't want to just stop communicating with people.
Yeah.
Like being part of the community that'll still be there.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be on Facebook. So
that's why I'm going to have to figure out Discord. I know we have a couple people have done Discord stuff for us, but I just don't understand it as much.
Yeah.
But anyway, how late?
We're right on 20 minutes.
Oh, we're doing good.
Yeah.
All right. You ready to jump into this episode?
I am. I'm excited about these topics.
I really am fascinated by the idea of chaos magic, which I knew absolutely nothing about before I started this.
The only person I've heard talk about it is Greg Newkirk.
Now I kind of want to do it because I think it's really interesting.
I wonder when Hellier 3 is coming out. I am getting so anxious for that.
For it.
I wonder if it'll be like this fall or something. That would be really good timing.
Like right around Halloween.
Heck yeah. And then I'll have to watch the first 2 seasons again.
I should rewatch the first season. Are you ready here?
Yep.
Okay, scroll. All right, chaos. We're going to start with chaos magic, and then if there's time, we're going to talk about ritual games. There's a couple in there. There's really not that much to talk about as far as what they are. It's just to talk about a couple of the games. And we've talked about a couple. There was that one with the doll where it's like playing hide and seek with you, which I would never in a million years do.
No.
So most of this stuff comes from the following websites: Wikipedia, thegrimoirevault.com, Llewellyn.com, witchyweird.com, and thecollector.com. And there's a couple more in there. So I was looking at a bunch of different sites, but it's so cool. But I'm going to start with this definition of magic, which I really like, by Aleister Crowley.
Surprise, surprise.
I know, right? 1929, he said, quote, "Magic is the art and science of causing change to occur in conformity with will." So it's causing something to happen because you will it to happen. And that's as good a definition of magic
for sure.
as any. Like, we've never really talked about magic. So chaos magic expresses the belief that the cosmos is in constant flux and that any perception of order, whether moral, cognitive, or physical, is subject to chaos. Like, the word chaos is negative to me. It's always been a negative word, and it's really kind of not.
You only describe something as chaotic when it feels out of control and stressful.
Yeah. Inspired by postmodern ideas, chaos theory, and quantum physics, chaos magic embraces the unpredictable and fragmentary nature of reality. Just as chaos theory suggests that the universe is subject to the whims of random unpredictability and that small random events can have profound effects on complex systems, chaos magic too views social reality as changeable. For chaos magicians, the inherent unpredictability of modern-day life must be embraced rather than resisted. And that's one of the first things.
I struggle with that.
That's one of the first things that you kind of have to overcome, is this idea that, like, I'm a very order.
Oh, my gosh.
And I know you are too.
Anything out of my routine is chaos.
I'm a very order. And that you have to get away from the idea that chaos is bad.
Okay.
You know, because it is the fundamental nature of the universe.
Stresses me out just thinking about it. Yeah. Okay.
I know. But we're going to get into more about that. Okay. But we got to go back. If we're going to talk about chaos magic, we have to go back and discuss Austin Osman Spare, which is probably like the father of chaos magic.
Okay.
Austin Osman Spare was born in London on December 30th, 1886. Spare attended St. Agnes School, attached to a prominent high Anglican church, and as a child he was brought up within the Anglican, am I pronouncing that right? The Anglican denomination of Christianity. Taking an interest in drawing from about the age of 12, he began taking evening classes at the Lambeth School of Art. In 1900, Spare began working as a designer at Powell's glassworking business on Whitefriars Street, which had links to the arts and crafts movement and William Morris. In the evenings, he attended the Lambeth School of Art. Two visitors to Powell's, Sir William Blake Richmond and F.H. Richmond, came across some of Spare's drawings, and impressed by them, they recommended him for a scholarship to the Royal College of Art in South Kensington. He achieved further attention when his drawings were exhibited in the British art section of the St. Louis Exposition and at the Paris International Exposition. And in 1903, he won a silver medal at the National Competition of Schools of Art, where the judges praised his, quote, remarkable sense of color and great vigor of conception. So he's a really kind of good artist. Soon, he began studying at the RCA, but was dissatisfied with the teaching he received there, becoming a truant and being disciplined by his tutors as a result. Influenced by the work of Charles Ricketts, Edmund Sullivan, George Frederick Watts, and Aubrey Beardsley, his artistic style focused on clear lines, which was in stark contrast to the college's emphasis on shading. Still living at his parents' home, he began dressing in unconventional and flamboyant garb and became popular with other students at the college, with a particularly strong friendship developing between Spare and Sylvia Pankhurst, a prominent suffragette and leftist campaigner. Suffragist just means you want women to have the right to vote, correct?
Yep.
After becoming a practicing occultist, he wrote and illustrated his first book called Earth Inferno in 1905, in which he took as his premise Madame Blavatsky's idea that the Earth already was hell. So there's a fun thought.
Well,
we're already on. Well, it lives up to it lately.
Exactly.
The work exhibited a variety of influences, including Theosophy, the Bible, Omar Khayyam, Dante's Inferno, and his own mystical ideas.
I've never read Dante's Inferno.
I like Dante's Inferno. In May 1904, Spare filled his... I might have to edit this episode too, because I'm screwing up all the time. In May 1904, Spare held his first public art exhibition in the foyer of the Newington Public Library in Walworth Road. Here, his paintings illustrated many of the themes that would continue to inspire him throughout his life, including his mystical views about something called Zos and Kia. Z-O-S and K-I-A, like my car.
Yeah.
Zos and Kia. His father then surreptitiously submitted two of Spare's drawings to the Royal Academy, one of which, a design for a bookplate, was accepted for exhibition at that year's summer exhibition. Journalists from the British press took a particular interest in his work, highlighting the fact that at 17 years of age, he was the youngest artist in the exhibition, with some mistakenly claiming that he was the youngest artist to ever exhibit at the show, which he wasn't, but people said that. In 1905, he left the RCA without having received any qualifications, so then he just kind of dropped out of school. He had random jobs, just like illustrating stuff for people, and that at an unspecified time in his adolescence, he was initiated into a witch cult by a sorceress named Mrs. Patterson, whom Spare referred to as his, quote, second mother. In October 1907, Spare held his first major exhibition, titled simply, quote, Black and White Drawings by Austin Spare, at the Bruton Gallery in London's West End. Attracting widespread interest and sensational views in the press, he was widely compared to Aubrey Beardsley, who I think was a friend of his or colleague or something, with reviewers commenting on what they saw as the eccentric and grotesque nature of his work. I don't know if I'd want my work called grotesque and eccentric.
I need to see it.
The World commented that, quote, his inventive faculty is stupendous and terrifying in its creative flow of impossible horrors, while the Observer noted that, quote, Mr. Spare's art is abnormal, unhealthy, wildly fantastic, and unintelligible.
Was this in the teaser photo?
No, I've never actually looked at his paintings. Now that you said that,
okay, what's his name again?
Austin Osmond Spare. In that picture that I have in the teaser, he's like a good-looking dude. I mean, that's like a picture from the 1800s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta find.
So I'm sure, like, I'm guessing it's just very abstract.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, that's a little fantastic.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That looks very demonic.
Yeah. So he was
Monster brains. That's what it's called. Monster brains.
Okay. So yeah, he's very into.
I mean, there is some interesting stuff here.
Okay, that's creepy.
Yeah.
I don't want that on my living room wall.
No.
But yeah, he's very into the dark art
Okay.
and witchcraft.
I can see it.
Witchcraft.
It's manifesting itself in his artwork.
One of those attracted to his work was Aleister Crowley, an occultist who had founded the religion of Thelema. Is that how you pronounce that, Thelema? In 1904, taking as its basis Crowley's, quote, the Book of the Law.
You know what's weird about Crowley is that in my head, he existed much later in time than the early, like the 1920s. He was somebody in the 60s and 70s in my head.
He's a Satanist, but I don't know if that's because I confuse him with Anton LaVey, who was a Satanist.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Wasn't his Alistair's nickname was like the wickedest man in the world or something? I think he was just very hedonistic, which I guess Satanism is too.
Satanism is basically hedonism, just saying live for yourself. So then Crowley introduced himself to Spare, becoming a patron and champion of his art, which he proclaimed to be a message from the divine. Spare subsequently submitted several drawings for publication in Crowley's Thelemite journal, The Equinox, receiving payment in the form of an expensive ritual robe. Spare would also be invited to join Crowley's new Thelemite magical order, the AA, or Argentinium Astrum, which had been co-founded with George Cecil Jones in 1907. Becoming the seventh member of the order in July 1907, where he used the magical name of Yevum, it was through doing so that he befriended the occultist Victor Newberg. Although he remained in AA until 1912, ultimately Spare never became a full member, disliking Crowley's emphasis on a strict hierarchy and organization and becoming heavily critical of the practice of ceremonial magic. In turn, Crowley would claim that Spare was only interested in, quote, black magic, and for that reason had stopped him from fully entering the order. On one occasion, Spare met a middle-aged woman named Mrs. Shaw in a pub in Mayfair. Eager to marry off her daughter, who already had one child from an earlier marriage, Mrs. Shaw soon introduced Spare to her child, Ellie Gertrude Shaw. Spare fell in love, producing a number of portraits of, I think it's Eily, E-I-L-Y, before marrying her on September 4th, 1911. However, the relationship between Spare and his wife was strained. Unlike him, she was, quote, unintellectual and materialistic, and she was disliked by many of his friends, particularly the younger males, and she asked him to cease his association with them. So,
okay, off to a good start.
Yep. Over a period of several years, Spare began work on his third book called, quote, I could have wrote the foreword to this one, quote, The Book of Pleasure, Self-Love, Psychology of Ecstasy, which he self-published in 1913. Exploring his own mystical ideas regarding the human being and its unconscious mind, it also discussed magic and the use of sigils. So I'm going to talk about sigils a lot. I think that's how it's pronounced.
Sigil, yeah.
S-I-G-I-L. I think I never knew what those were, and now I kind of think they're really cool.
They're symbols.
Yep. In 1917, with the First World War still raging, Spare was conscripted into the Royal Army Medical Corps, where he worked as a medical orderly. Later, he was appointed to the position of acting staff sergeant and given the task of illustrating the conflict along with other artists. So that's weird. Spare was demobilized in 1919. Although they never got a divorce, Spare had separated from his wife, Eily, who had begun a relationship with another man. So I guess that'll do it.
Yep.
Focusing on the writing and illustration of a new book, 1921 saw the publication of his book, quote, The Focus of Life, The Mutterings of AOS. Edited and introduced by Frederick Carter, the book once more dealt with Spare's mystical ideas, continuing many of the themes explored in his Book of Pleasure.
I wonder how readable these books are.
Probably not much, I'm guessing. From his early years, Spare developed his own magic religious philosophy, which has come to be known as the Zos-Kia cultus. Zos-Kia-cultus, a term coined by the occultist Kenneth Grant. Raised in the Anglican denomination of Christianity.
It's not Anglican, is it?
Yeah, maybe it is. No, A-N-G-L-I-K. I think that's Anglican.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anglican.
Denomination of Christianity. Spare had come to denounce his monotheistic faith when he was 17, telling a reporter that, quote, I am devising a religion of my own which embodies my conception of what we are, we were, and shall be in the future. Key to Spare's religious views were the dual concepts of Zos and Kia. Spare described Zos as the human body and mind, and would later adopt the term as a pseudonym for himself. Spare used the term Kia, which he pronounced Kia or Kir, to refer to the universal mind or ultimate power. Spare placed great emphasis on the unconscious part of the mind, believing that it was the source of inspiration. He considered the conscious part of the mind to be useless for this, believing that it only served to reinforce the separation between ourselves and that which we desire. It has been argued that Spare's magic depended, at least in part, upon psychological repression. According to one author, Spare's magical rationale was as follows, quote, if the psyche represses certain impulses, desires, fears, and so on, then these have the power to become so effective that they can mold or even determine entirely the entire conscious personality of a person, right down to the most subtle detail. This means nothing more than the fact that through repression or forgetting impulses, desires, etc., it has the ability to create a reality to which they are denied access as long as they are either kept alive in the conscious mind or recalled into it.
He's talking about the shadow self.
Under certain conditions, that which is repressed can become even more powerful than that which is held in the conscious mind. Spare believed that intentionally repressed material would become enormously effective in the same way that unwanted repressions and complexes have tremendous power over the person in his or her shaping of reality, which is true. Mm-hmm. You know, it was a logical conclusion to view the subconscious mind as the source of all magical power, which Spare soon did. In his opinion, a magical desire cannot become truly effective until it has become an organic part of the subconscious mind. Peter Carroll argues that Jungian psychology has had a heavy influence on Spare's belief, specifically that the mind has strange hidden depths in it, and that magic basically depends on activating the subconscious as much as the conscious. Spare also believed in what he called, quote, atavistic resurgence, the idea that the human mind contains memories that have their origins in earlier species on the evolutionary ladder. In Spare's worldview, the soul was actually the continuing influence of the ancestral animals that humans had evolved from that could be tapped into to gain insight and qualities from past incarnations. That's kind of a crazy idea.
Yeah.
You know, that we have like this built-in memory of all the things we were before we were human. In many ways...
Before we were human.
Well...
Past lives, you mean?
No, like amoeba to... Like all we retain...
As a species.
As a species.
Not me personally, like my personal history, as a species.
As a species. We have this inherent memory from everything that we've evolved from.
It's kind of freaky.
It is kind of freaky. In many ways, this theory offered a unison of reincarnation and evolution, both being factors which Spare saw intertwined, which further evolutionary progression. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. For these reasons, he believed in the intimate unity between humans and other species in the animal world. So he liked animals. So that's cool.
Yeah, cool.
He gets a big thumbs up for that.
Heck yeah.
So he was very much into sigils, but I'm going to talk about sigils in a little bit, so I'm just going to skip that part. Spare was often described as kind and down-to-earth by his friends. A lifelong animal lover, he took care of many animals that he found near his home, and he was a member of the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
I love him now.
I know, I like him. In May 1956, his appendix burst and he was admitted to Southwestern Hospital in London, where doctors noted that he had also been suffering from anemia, bronchitis, gallstones, and hypertension. He died at the hospital on the afternoon of May 15th, 1956, at the age of 69. While the Zooskea cultus has very few members today, it is widely considered an important influence on the rise of chaos magic. So
people still belong to whatever this is today.
Yeah, but not that much. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if
I've never even heard of it. I mean, not that, how would I?
I'm not sure if I really talk about it in here, but after he passed away in the 50s, it kind of died out, but then it came with like this huge resurgence in the 70s when it became chaos magic.
Okay.
So I think
it was like retermed or recoined?
Yeah. Okay. Well, chaos magic built off of a lot of this.
Okay. Oh, so it was built off of his ideals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
They didn't rebrand it.
The Zooskea cultus.
Okay.
So the magic of Austin Osman Spare.
So chaos magic is relatively new.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's from the 70s, basically.
Okay.
So Spare's art and magic were closely related. It is reputed that there are messages in his drawings about his magical philosophy. One particular picture of Mrs. Patterson has reportedly been seen to move, the eyes opening and closing.
I have to Google it.
Spare is best known for his system of using sigils. Being an artist, he was very visually oriented.
Mrs. Patterson?
Mrs. Patterson's portrait that blinks, apparently. I'm like super fascinated with sigils, but I'm going to get into that. So then this article says, why, quote, chaos? The word chaos is a tough word for some to swallow. Many people feel that chaos is just disorder and generally feel that disorder is bad and to be avoided, which you and I both agree
chaos?
with.
Chaos? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint what's the right portrait.
Yeah, there's probably a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So when we look at the dictionary definition, chaos, the first definition is a state of extreme confusion and disorder. And the second definition is the formless and disordered state of matter before the creation of the cosmos. And that is what chaos magic is generally referring to. Not so much a state of extreme confusion and disorder. It's just the formless and disordered state of matter before.
And it's about harnessing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The term chaos magic is generally credited to Peter Carroll. If you read Peter Carroll, you can see that he loves mathematics and physics. The nonlinear and mathematical definition of chaos is closer, although not exactly what Peter Carroll had in mind. However, in his book, Liber Null and Psychonaut, those are his two books. Psychonaut, I think I might have at home as a PDF. There are references to what seems like point 2 in the definition, which is the nothingness before the Big Bang or God created us or whatever you want to believe. Definition 2 of the word and the interpretation of the Tao, which is Buddhism. Is that Buddhism?
Or Buddhism adjacent. Yeah. I don't know enough to say.
Most sensible chaos magicians would not agree that chaos is, quote, destruction and evil, but would agree to chaos being formless and might even agree that the apparent order of things is merely an arbitrary structure that we perceive, and at a quantum level, they might be right, which I totally get. Like, I love quantum physics, and
I wish I understood it.
And that's
but
like something that looks solid to us, but when you get down far enough,
it's
just
all
this mass of, so it's
energy.
Just chaos is like everywhere in the universe.
By the way, I forgot to talk about the thing I
was going to ask you about that, but you can bring it up now.
I'll try to really, or should we wait till the end of the episode?
Wait till the end.
Okay.
I got to remember that though.
Yeah.
Peter Carroll, an English occultist and author, played a pivotal role in codifying and popularizing chaos magic as a distinct paradigm. In 1978, Carroll co-founded the Illuminates of Thanteros, or IoT, an international magical organization that promotes the principles of chaos magic. Carroll's seminal work, Liber Null and Psychonaut, published in 1987, serves as a foundational text for chaos magic. In it, he outlines concepts such as the psychonaut, or the explorer of consciousness, the meta-paradigm, or the idea that belief systems are arbitrary and interchangeable, and the Gnostic state, an altered state of consciousness conductive to magical work. One of the central tenets of chaos magic is the concept of belief as a tool, and you see that in like The Secret, where you manifest. Yeah, so I mean that's basically kind of what that is.
It does sound a lot like manifestation.
Yeah, it is a lot of like manifestation. Chaos magicians view belief systems as arbitrary constructs that can be consciously adopted, manipulated, and discarded in the pursuit of specific goals. This approach, known as belief shifting or paradigm shifting, allows practitioners to move fluidly between different worldviews and magical frameworks. By recognizing the inherent subjectivity of belief, chaos magicians seek to liberate themselves from the constraints of dogma and tradition. They engage in a form of meta-belief, acknowledging that all beliefs are ultimately arbitrary and that the true power lies in the practitioner's ability to invest belief and intention into their chosen paradigm. Chaos magic places a strong emphasis on individualism and personal experimentation. Unlike traditional occult systems that often prescribe specific rituals, tools, and hierarchies, chaos magic encourages practitioners to develop their own approaches to magical practice. This individualistic ethos is rooted in the idea that each practitioner is the ultimate authority on their own magical journey. Chaots is what people that practice it are called, Chaotes.
Okay.
Chaots are encouraged to explore a wide range of techniques, drawing from diverse spiritual, cultural, and scientific sources, and to adapt these practices to suit their individual needs and preferences. Another key principle of chaos magic is its pragmatic, results-oriented approach. Chaos magicians are less concerned with the adherence to specific doctrines or the accumulation of esoteric knowledge for its own sake, and more focused on the practical applications of magical techniques to achieve tangible outcomes. This pragmatic outlook is reflected in the chaos magic maxim, quote, "Nothing is true, everything is permitted." Rather than seeking absolute truths or universal laws, chaos magicians embrace a form of epistemological relativism, recognizing that the value of any given belief or practice lies in its utility and effectiveness for that individual practitioner. So that's saying,
I mean, that definitely resonates.
Yeah, it does. Chaos magic encompasses a diverse array of practices and rituals drawn from a wide range of cultural, spiritual, and occult traditions. These practices are adapted and personalized by each practitioner, reflecting the paradigm's emphasis on experimentation and pragmatism. So sigil magic, that's like the big thing with the chaos magic, and I really like this description of it. Sigil magic, a technique pioneered by Austin Osman Spare, is one of the most widely used practices in chaos magic. A sigil is an abstract symbol created to represent and manifest a specific intention or desire. The process of sigil creation involves reducing a statement of intent into a simplified glyph by removing letters and then stylizing the remaining characters into a unique symbol. So step one, you formulate your desire. Like we could have, like when we started the podcast, I could have written down, "We desire strange sessions to be successful." All right. So you write that down. Use present tense. I am, not I will be. Be specific, but not
very
overly
manifesty.
Yeah, but be specific, not overly complex. State what you want, not what you don't want,
Yes.
which is very manifesty. Keep it to one sentence. Examples: I am confident and charismatic. I attract abundant wealth. I am protected from negative energy. You write this all in capital letters because this makes the next step easier. Step 2, remove duplicate letters. Cross out any letter that appears more than once, keeping only the first instance.
Okay.
You know.
I understand.
Yeah, like strange sessions, we'd have one S, we'd get rid of the second S. We'd keep the T.
Look at it.
Yeah, we'd keep the T. So you're just going to have one of each letter in your statement.
And then what's left is...
Yeah. Some practitioners also remove vowels at this stage, leaving only consonants. Spare himself varied his approach. Sometimes he kept vowels, sometimes he removed them. Experiment and see what works for you. Step 3, create the sigil. This is where art meets magic. Take your remaining letters and combine them into a single unified symbol. Techniques for combining letters. Overlap letters so they share lines. Okay. Rotate letters to create interesting angles. Mirror or flip letters. So now it makes sense when you look at a sigil that that's what that is. It's just the letters from your intention. Yeah. Extend lines from one letter into another. Simplify the shapes. You're creating a symbol, not calligraphy. The goal is to create something that no longer looks like letters, but has now become a unique symbol. Your conscious mind should not be able to easily decode it back into the original statement. Step 4, charge the sigil. This is where you transfer energy into the symbol, activating it as a magical tool. Spare used several methods, but his most famous was what he called, quote, the death posture, a moment of intense physical and mental exhaustion that creates a gap in consciousness where the sigil can slip into the unconsciousness.
Okay.
Spare's charging methods: exhaustion, physical exertion until the point of collapse. Sexual climax, focusing on the sigil at the moment of orgasm. Intense emotion, generating peak emotional states, ecstasy, rage, fear, while focusing on the sigil. Meditation, deep trance states where the conscious mind quiets. The common thread: all these methods create a moment where the conscious mind's defenses are down, allowing the sigil to slip in directly onto the subconscious. And step 5, this is the step most beginners skip, but it's arguably the most important step, and that is to forget the sigil. After charging, you must release the sigil from conscious awareness. Spare recommended destroying the physical sigil, deliberately thinking about something else, engaging in mundane activities to shift focus, and not discussing the sigil or its intention with anyone. The sigil has been planted in your subconscious. Now you must trust it to work without conscious interference. This is where many practitioners struggle. We want to check our magic to see if it's working, to analyze the process. But that attention creates the very resistance that blocks manifestation. Spare understood this. The magic works best when you forget you did it. So
that's interesting.
It is. I really like that, and I kind of want to try that.
So
once created, the sigil is charged or imbued with psychic energy. After charging, you forget about it. And here's a couple things like why this method works. The psychology. From a psychological perspective, Spare's method is brilliant because it, number one, clarifies intention, which is when you're doing...
You want to focus.
It's basically the secret. It's just basically manifestation and focusing on what your intention is. 2, bypass conscious resistance. By transforming it into an abstract symbol, you sneak it past your conscious mind's objections and doubts. 3, create emotional charge. The activation process creates a powerful emotional imprint. Emotion is the language of the subconscious. 4, activates the reticular activating system. Your reticular activating system, or RAS, is the part of your brain that filters information, deciding what's important enough to notice. By charging a sigil, you're programming your RAS to notice opportunities related to your intention. That's almost like... not confirmation bias, but you're noticing, you're programming your activating system, your part that filters information to accept that information. Number 5, releases attachment. The forgetting step prevents the anxious checking and attachment that creates resistance. You've set the intention and released it. Now you're free to take whatever opportunities appear. Why this method works, the magical perspective. Spare's method works because 1, it accesses the Kia. That's his term for the primordial consciousness, the deep self that exists before thought. Number 2, it uses symbolic language. Symbols are the native language of the subconscious and the collective unconscious. By encoding your desire as a symbol, you're speaking directly to the forces that shape reality. Number 3, it collapses probability. In quantum terms, the sigil acts as an observation that collapses probability waves into specific outcomes. Your focused intention selects which timeline you're moving towards. That's right up my alley because that's like the quantum physics, reality, parallel universe stuff. Number 4, it works with natural law. He didn't believe in supernatural intervention. He believes sigils work with natural psychological and energetic laws, not against them. This is why the method is so reliable. It's not asking the universe for favors. It's using the mechanics of consciousness itself. Variations on his method: vowel removal. Some people remove it. Some people convert letters to numbers before creating the sigil. A lot of people like adding decorative elements, colors, or geometric shapes to the sigil. A lot of people use software instead of pen and paper, which they said works just as good, but
Sure.
I don't like that. I would rather create something with pen and paper. All of these are valid because Spare himself varied his approaches. The core principle, encode, charge, forget, remains constant. And there is also something that in Chaos Magic called a servitor. Servitor, which is a thought form in artificial entities. Servitors are another powerful tool in the Chaos Magician's arsenal. A servitor is a semi-autonomous thought form or artificial entity created by the practitioner to perform specific tasks or functions. These entities can be programmed with specific instructions, abilities, and even personalities, and are often used for purposes such as protection, information gathering, or manifestation. The process of creating a servitor involves a combination of visualization, sigil magic, and ritual. The practitioner defines the servitor's purpose, appearance, and attributes, then uses techniques such as sigil charging and invocation to bring the entity into being. This I don't want to do.
Yeah, no.
Once created, the servitor is believed to operate independently, carrying out its designed functions until it is either reabsorbed by the practitioner or dissipates on its own.
No.
There's gnosis, which is altered states of consciousness. It's a crucial component of many chaos magic practices. These states, which can range from deep meditation to ecstatic trance, are believed to facilitate the direct communication between the conscious and unconscious minds, as well as the manipulation of physical energy. Chaos magicians employ many techniques: meditation and visualization exercises, breathwork and chanting, dancing, drumming, and other rhythmic activities, sensory deprivation or sensory overload, neither of which I'm going to do, the use of consciousness-altering substances, which I am also not going to do. The specific method used is less important than the end result, a state of heightened awareness, focus, and receptivity that allows a practitioner to more effectively engage in magical work. Chaos magic shares some common ground with traditional ceremonial magic, particularly in its use of symbols, rituals, and the pursuit of altered states of consciousness. Both recognize the power of symbolic representation and the importance of focused intention. However, chaos magic diverges from ceremonial magic in its rejection of any kind of dogma and hierarchical structures. Where ceremonial magicians often adhere to specific ritual forms and complex correspondences, chaos magicians prioritize individual experimentation and the flexibility to adopt and toss out beliefs as needed. Chaos magic has had a significant impact on the broader landscape of contemporary occultism. Its emphasis on individual experimentation and the strategic use of belief has resonated with many modern practitioners who seek to break free from the constraints of traditional occult systems. Despite its popularity and influence, chaos magic has not been without its share of criticisms and controversies. Some of these critiques stem from misunderstandings of the paradigm's principles, while others reflect genuine concerns about the potential risks and limitations of chaos magic practice. There's been accusations of incoherence and any sort of lack of structure, concerns about the ethical implications of belief shifting and servitor creation, and misrepresentation and sensationalism in popular culture and media. And its core principles. Number one, belief is a tool. You don't have to believe in something forever for it to be useful. In chaos magic, belief is just a temporary thing, something you pick up to serve your spell and then set down again. Gnosis, altered states of consciousness. To work magic effectively, you must bypass your logical, conscious mind and access your subconscious. Results over rules. The goal isn't to follow traditions, it's to make magic that works. If your spell shifts your energy, changes your mindset, or opens a path forward, it's a success. Number 4, a paradigm shifting. It encourages you to adopt different belief systems for different workings. You can invoke a goddess one week, work with fictional archetypes the next, and then write your own ritual the week after. It's not about spiritual consistency, it's about using whatever's effective for your goal. And number 5, personal symbolism. You don't need historical correspondence or sacred scripts. A homemade sigil, a dream symbol, or a color that means something to you can be just as powerful. You don't need elaborate tools. You don't need long rituals. You just need intention, presence, and belief in what you're doing. So there, what do you think of that?
So I've run across, I guess I never considered it chaos magic or knew it was. I think it just overlaps with other types of magic. So something I've come across a few times is like the use of candles in magic.
Yeah.
And carving a sigil into a candle. And then you light the candle, you focus on the flame to like focus your intention. And then once the sigil is melted, you've released whatever that is into the universe.
You're basically doing everything that it's talking about. You're going kind of into an altered state of consciousness with the staring at the flame, the sigils getting destroyed. So that's very much.
It's a very quick, simple way to experiment with it, I guess.
There is that Illuminates of Thanateros is still around, but when I tried going to their website the other day, it was down. So I don't know if they're still around, but there's a couple different groups that are like the groups to join if you're into chaos magic. Let's see here. Yeah, the IoT, that's one of the biggies. Famous figures in the realm of chaos magic would include William Burroughs, who was a writer during the Beat Generation. He practiced and popularized a diverse array of magical practices. He was a staunch believer that we live in a magical universe. He experimented with numerous techniques designed to liberate himself from the constraints of reality. His most famous method, called the, quote, cut-up technique, involves slicing random text and images and rearranging them into new patterns, which is kind of cool. Another well-known occultist, David Bowie, which I never knew, wrote songs by writing words down on cards, throwing them into the air, and then reorganizing the cards into songs.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he was kind of a practitioner of chaos magic. And another pioneering musician, Richard James, better known as Aphex Twin, has claimed that whether true or not, he pretty much believes in magic.
Wow, okay.
That's
more electronic music.
A lot of his stuff aligns with the philosophy of chaos magic. He says, quote, you think of something you want to happen, and then you turn it into something that looks like a magic symbol, then you put it out into the world, and it works. Ultimately, chaos magic invites anyone intrigued by its principles to redefine the boundaries of the magical world on their own terms. One week, they can use an old magic tome. The next week, they can use Pokemon cards. By embracing the coordinates of an unpredictable and fragmented reality, chaos magicians can learn to manipulate it, forging their own paths within a world of limitless possibilities. So that is chaos magic. And I didn't know any of that before I started. And I kind of want to do sigils. I think sigils are really kind of cool. You know, and I was, as soon as I started reading about what it was, I'm like, this is a lot of The Secret and manifestation, which I believe in.
Yeah, I do too.
You know,
I feel like there are actually scientific studies to support this stuff. Yeah. Some of it.
But I think there's also reasons why manifestation works, because you're so focused on getting it that you're unknowingly going towards.
Yes. That's why they say do not think about the thing you don't want.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're going to manifest.
Because I could say, I want to find $1 million, but then I'm thinking about how much it sucks being poor, and that's what you're manifesting is.
Because your subconscious mind picks the easiest path, the path of least resistance. Yeah. And so if you're focused on the thing you don't want, that's where your mind goes to subconsciously. So you don't even know you're taking steps towards staying poor.
Yep.
So
and with chaos magic, the subconscious is where the magic all comes from. So there's just a lot of correlations between it. But I really like
it. Makes a lot of sense.
I really like the idea of chaos magic.
I like the individualist part of it.
I do, and at the same time, it just seems like a modern, take whatever you want, do whatever you want. You know, it's very loosey-goosey in its rules. You
need structure.
Like it said, you could use Pokemon cards one week for something, and then you can use an old magical book for something. And I do need structure. Yeah. You know, so, and
you need a guide.
You and I would have a very hard time with the, not analyzing what we're doing, I think, you know, like,
or embracing the
randomness.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we're both so orderly minded.
Yeah. I love predictability.
Yeah. But I love what I've read about about chaos magic. I really do. And I wouldn't mind trying some sigils to see if they work. And I'm good at forgetting stuff. So I might, maybe when I do Strange and Confused, I'll try a sigil to make it really, really popular.
I just had a cool idea that if you created a sigil out of like leaves or something outside, the wind would naturally take care of that for you.
Yeah, that's a really,
like you could use nature.
Yeah, that's actually a really cool idea. That's like a combination of Wicca and chaos magic. Cool. What time are we looking at? Because
we're just over an hour.
Okay, so now
we got time.
So what do you think of that? I mean,
I think it's very intriguing. Yeah, actually,
I can't get behind the meditative, like the gnosis thing where you have to get in. Like the orgasm thing. I can see that. But there's we wouldn't talk about it on here, but sex magic is a real thing too.
Oh, sure. It's energy.
Yeah, and that's like a crazy amount of energy.
Yeah.
So I get it.
I think what can be very limiting for people, like I'm into stuff that a lot of people would consider witchy.
Yeah.
But I don't like being labeled that because there's so much that's part of that label that I have nothing to do with and I have no interest in. And I like the idea of just doing your own thing that fits with what you're interested in and what you believe in that doesn't fit into anything. That's what chaos magic feels like to me.
Yeah.
It's your own individual beliefs and practice that you're putting into use and putting out into the universe.
Yeah.
Without feeling like you're breaking any rules.
I would always be second guessing myself. Like, am I doing it right? Am I not? You know, but I would love to do chaos magic, but tie it in with the Wicca love of nature. Because I think nature is like super magical and that people don't realize that.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, so I don't know. That's just something I think I'm going to look into.
I didn't realize that sigils, I think there's probably different versions of sigils.
Yeah.
Because I feel like some of my oracle decks that I use, they're like, pick a sigil that means something to you or create one, but they don't tell you how.
Yeah.
And to me, just coming up with a symbol that means something to me doesn't make sense. But taking words and refashioning that into a symbol.
But I also don't know if there's sigils that were around before it was decided that Austin guy was going to use letters. You know, there's probably sigils that are just symbols.
I mean, look at Egyptian hieroglyphs.
Yeah. But I really like, because I've tried, oh my God, there's a series of books by this, I can't think of what they are called. Oh, I think it's called E Squared. It's called E Squared, and there's one called E Cubed, and it's by this female author that she makes it like real. The way she talks is like real, just matter of fact about manifestation. And it comes with like, there's exercise 1 and exercise 2, exercise 3.
That's what you need.
And I do exercise 1 and it never works for me. And then I read people that do it and they said it worked great for them. Like exercise 1 was like,
I feel like you really have to believe it.
Yeah. So exercise
if you have
1
any
was like
doubt,
telling, she said there's the force. You can call it God. You can call it whatever you want. She calls it, I think, the force or something like that. And the exercise 1, you talk to it. You're like, look, like people don't believe that you're there. Give me a sign within the next 24 hours that this is real. And I've done that and wait for something and nothing happens. And I don't know if it's because I have a very hard time.
There's that grain of doubt.
There's that, and that's why I have a hard time with it. But I actually own that book. I own that book and the E Cubed one, but I've only gotten to the first exercise because I can't.
I want to experience it, but there's that part of me that's like, this isn't real.
No, and I know, and I think that's why like I can't manifest stuff.
Although we believe in synchronicities, and isn't that what synchronicities are?
I know, but I feel like we pick and
they
choose.
Happen when you don't want them
what
to.
We believe in.
Yes,
you know,
for sure.
and
but I feel like a synchronicity is that thing that just shows up. It's not that thing you asked to show up.
Yeah.
For me, at least.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people that said they did this first part, and then somebody that they were thinking about called them, and they're like, wow, you know. So it's like, show me a sign.
Sometimes
I'm
envious
of
those
It's
people.
like, give me a gift. Show me that you're really there. So and it's 48 hours, and then nothing happened. Like the couple times I tried it. So I don't know. Maybe I just need to chill and just try it and not.
Well, now I want to try it.
It's a really, like, you would like the books. Anyway, so that's chaos magic.
Is any of our listeners into chaos magic? I'd love to hear what their experiences are.
I would think a couple of them.
I would think so too. This would not surprise me at all.
I do kind of want to do it, but then at the same time, I have this thing where it's like, is this evil? Am I like doing something evil?
I know. You know? There is that agnostic part of me that sort of believes, quote unquote, God might be real and is worried that he is, and I don't believe.
Like, I love the idea of white magic, using magic for good, but then there's still people that say that's still evil. So I don't know.
Exactly.
You know,
who's right? I don't know who's right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess what feels right to you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There you go. Chaos magic. Let us know what you think.
Now we're having an existential crisis.
Yeah. And now we're moving on to ritual games. I didn't really put a ton in here because I kind of didn't think that we were going to get to this. I got to take
That's fine. Pill. I'm sure we can elaborate on it a little bit.
Yeah.
When I think of ritual games, I think Bloody Mary.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them. There's one in here that I definitely would not do.
Because it gives you the creeps?
You'll know when we talk about it.
Okay.
But yeah, cursed games or ritual games are ritualized paranormal challenges that claim to summon spirits, open dimensional portals, or trigger supernatural encounters through specific procedures such as chanting,
so the Ouija board,
mirror gazing, candles, or isolation. Also called paranormal ritual games, supernatural games, creepypasta rituals, or scary games to play in the dark. These challenges exist at the intersection of folklore, psychology, and internet culture.
There's something so appealing about it.
I know.
Maybe it's like a childhood thing, though. I don't know.
Yeah. Some originated centuries ago in Japan and Europe. Others emerged from creepypasta communities and Reddit forums within the past decade. Whether you approach them as a genuine paranormal experience, psychological experiment, or just entertainment, cursed games represent something profound about human nature, our desire to test boundaries, communicate with the unknown, and challenge what we think is impossible or impossible. Paranormal games are ritual-based challenges that say they can summon entities, trigger visions, etc. Famous examples include Bloody Mary, of course. And while many reported experiences are explainable through suggestion and group psychology, the games still carry real psychological and physical risks, which I agree with. Because if your friends are making you do this and you're super freaked out, you know,
it can traumatize you.
Do you think, I don't even know if I really talk about this here, do you think that it's just entertainment, or do you think that there is actually...
I think it depends.
Yeah.
What is your intent?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess.
I think anything can be used to communicate.
Yeah.
A mirror.
Yeah.
A board game.
Yep.
A necklace. Intention. Whatever.
Yeah. So
if you're just playing a game, I played Bloody Mary as a kid all the time.
Yeah.
I played with the Ouija board all the time. Nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
I've always, until I was an adult and I started looking really seriously into this, I thought it was just a board game.
Then you want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although the new Kirks have changed my mind on it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they're like, guys, it's not that big of a deal. Like they've helped me dispel some of the, I don't know.
Yeah, when I was listening to that podcast on the way here about AI and all that about...
That's scarier to me than a Ouija board.
Well, you know, because he was talking about how this... what's her name? I can't remember her name now. Loeb, this creature that showed up, the AI demon that showed up. He said, you know, that was just something that happened, but because then so many people posted about it, there were podcasts about it, it's getting fed back into the AI to learn from. So now it's become basically real.
So now it's like a tulpa.
And he said, and then he went into the Philip experiment where they created that, the group created a ghost. And I didn't know that they did that for a year. I didn't know that it took a year before their results.
No, I didn't either.
And he said that like nothing kind of happened because they would go in and every time they would try to do table tipping and try to communicate, and the podcast said nothing really happened until they kind of just stopped focusing so much on it and just kind of went in for fun and like played the old music and were just chatting, and that's when stuff started to happen.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And then he went on to talk about Ouija boards of being being like the physical twitches that you don't realize you're
Subconscious.
doing. But at the same time, it's, your subconscious spelling out words. I'm still freaked out by Ouija boards. I never will not be freaked out by Ouija boards, but that's just me.
It's just to me, it's the chance that something bad could come through.
Yeah, I have heard too many horror stories about that. So there's several shared elements across paranormal games. Darkness. Most games require complete or near complete darkness to heighten sensory deprivation. Mirrors, often used as alleged portals or communication channels to spiritual realms. Repetition, chanting, knocking, or ritualistic actions performed a specific number of times. Names or invocations, speaking specific phrases or entity names to initiate contact. Liminal spaces, thresholds, crossroads, bathrooms, and elevators, places between states. And I thought about that because the elevator game is in here, and I thought about that, how much.
Why is the bathroom a liminal
when I'm
space?
taking because you don't spend a lot of time in the bathroom.
Usually
it's just a place you go.
Through.
Yeah, that's like elevators. I was taking the elevator at work this week thinking about how that's a liminal space because you don't hang out in an elevator. You go.
Why
in an
did
elevator.
that just give me the chills?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Elevators are creepy. There's something about elevators. Like I
I
always think whenever I'm going from the ground floor to my floor, the fourth floor, I always think how freaked out I would be if the door opened and it was like something that I'm not expecting, like a roof or something that's not there. That's not ever there.
There's backrooms videos like that.
Yeah, there's something eerie about elevators to me. Like you don't know what
it might
the door
be
is
part
going to open.
claustrophobia too.
Yeah, we have this one elevator at work that's just really big because they have to bring couches and stuff.
Oh, it's like the utility.
I was stuck in one for 20 minutes that one day. I don't know if I told you that.
Nope.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah, and then the maintenance guy later told me that, and this is exactly what happened. He said if you're taking the elevator up and it stops on second floor and nobody gets on, that means it's probably going to get stuck right after it starts moving again. And that's what happened to me that day. Because then all of a sudden, boom, it's not moving. And we're not supposed to have our phones. But I had my phone.
Thank
and
goodness.
I hit the call button. And it called the elevator company. I thought it would call our lobby. And it called the elevator company. So I stopped that. So then I took on my phone and I had to wedge myself into the very corner to get a signal.
Oh
and I called the lobby and I'm like, hey, this is Kurt. I'm stuck in the elevator. And then somebody had to reset
What would you have done if you didn't have your phone? Why can't you have your phones?
You just can't because you need to be focused on the residents and stuff. But then
I understand for not.
Then I would have talked to whatever
working.
the company that I called to be like, hey, I'm stuck. And the company would have had to call somebody.
Yeah.
To
that. Who knows how long that would have taken?
Yeah. And the thing is, like, it was like a regular size elevator. It wasn't one of the big ones. And I'm fine being stuck in there by myself. But if I'm with somebody else, that freaks me out. Unless it's the girl with the pizza cart for like serving lunch. And if I'm there with the girl with the pizza cart, that's fine.
Well, to me, it's like now you're trapped with somebody. Do you know them? Do you have to now make conversation with them? How long are you going to be in here? To me, it would turn into this whole social thing.
What if I have to poop? Do I got to poop in the corner and they're going to watch me poop? You know,
well, how long are you going to be in there?
Well, I don't know. But I'm fine by myself being stuck in an elevator with somebody else. I'd be freaked out. And then there's times that I'm in there with somebody in a wheelchair and like 3 other people with like no room to jostle. And it's like if I got stuck like that, I would freak out.
Yeah.
That's very claustrophobic.
I don't think I'd want to be alone either, though. Wow, we're going down the rabbit
We
hole.
haven't even gotten to the elevator game yet. All right. So, okay, now where was I? Liminal spaces. Rule following, strict procedures that must be followed precisely or there are consequences. Closure rituals, specific words or actions required to end the game safely. Isolation or group pressure, either playing alone or with witnesses. Midnight or 3 a.m. timing, specific hours believed to create thin boundaries between worlds. Ritual paranormal games are a mix of cultural tradition, internet myth, and psychological effect. Game number 1 I talk about is called the 100 Candles game. This is a very historic one.
Okay.
It's actually called Haya Kumanogatari Kaidankai.
Why does that sound Native American?
No.
Okay.
It's Japanese.
Oh, sure.
This game is played after nightfall in one of 2 ways. The simplest form involves participants sitting in a circle in a room where 100 candles are lit.
That's a lot of candles.
As participants take turns telling ghost stories and tales of the supernatural, a candle is snuffed out after each story, causing the room to become darker and darker as the night and the game progresses. A second variation I don't get this one. The second variation integrates elements of a test of courage into the game. Rather than one room, 3 connected rooms are used. In one of the end rooms, 99 candles are lit and a small mirror is positioned on a table. Guests gather in the other end room with the 100th candle. The center room remains empty and dark. Ideally, the rooms are arranged in an L shape so guests can see the light from the lantern room or candle room, but have no direct line of sight from the storytelling room into the candle room. But this is not required. After each story,
I'm already lost.
After each story, the storyteller takes the candle, leaving the other participants in darkness as they pass through the center empty room and into the candle room. There, they extinguish one of the 99 candles, look into the mirror, and then return to the group. The final candle is extinguished after the final storyteller or the entire group travels to the lantern room to turn out the candle in front of the mirror.
Okay, so they have to pass through the room without the candle to extinguish a candle and then go back. I think
you're going through the dark. Maybe that's what it is.
Okay.
The game is considered a ritual method of summoning spirits, with the supernatural arriving and being present in the darkness after the final candle is snuffed out. Due to this superstition, it is a common practice for participants to leave the game incomplete and stop after the 99th tale, symbolically leaving the 100th story untold and the final candle still lit to prevent summoning any supernatural beings who might have been drawn by the stories.
What are the stories?
Just any ghost stories you want to talk about. On a practical note, completing all 100 stories takes many hours and players may run out of stories, so shorter versions of the game are popular.
I feel like those candles would burn out.
I know. Because so many stories...
Wow.
Yeah. Because so many stories are required to complete the full game, guests often have to bring books and anthologies of ghost stories and folkloric tales passed on by villagers who claim to have experienced supernatural encounters to recite. So that's the candle one. That's like one of the earliest
Sounds like a
ones.
lot of work.
It does. Number 2 is called Durama-san, or the bath game. The bath game is one of Japan's most chilling urban legends. It's not a ghost story you listen to around a campfire. It's a ritual. The rules are simple. You summon a spirit while bathing, spend the next day being hunted by her, and survive until dawn. The legend says that if you fail, she will catch you, and what happens then is never clearly stated, only that you won't be the same afterwards.
Japan comes up with some creepy stuff.
I know.
Isn't the ring, didn't that originate as like a Japanese?
Yep.
This reminds me of the ring, like in a way.
Yeah. According to Japanese folklore, the spirit you summon is the ghost of a woman who died in a bathtub. Some versions say she slipped, hit her head, and drowned. Others claim that it was something darker, that she was murdered or that she took her own life after falling under a curse. Either way, her soul lingers, drawn to those reckless enough to repeat her final words. The Daruma fell down. It's said that the ritual must be performed after midnight. You fill the tub with water, light a single candle, and turn off all the lights. No phones, no sounds. You step into the water and close your eyes. Then you wash your hair slowly, carefully. As you do, you must repeat the phrase, quote, the Daruma fell down. Each time you say it, you imagine a woman slipping in the bathtub, her head hitting the faucet, the water turning blood red. You keep your eyes closed. You don't turn around. If you do, you will see her behind you with her face split, one eye open, staring through wet hair. Ugh. When you sense her presence behind you, you ask one question, quote, why did you fall? Then very slowly you stand, still keeping your eyes closed, blow out the candle, and leave the bathroom without drying off. You must not look behind you, not once. When you step outside, you whisper, quote, I'm finished. The next day, she follows you. According to the legend, the spirit begins stalking you as soon as you wake up. She moves slowly at first, keeping her distance. You might catch a glimpse of movement in a mirror or the faint shadow of someone behind you when no one is there. But as the day goes on, she gets closer to you. People describe her as pale, soaked, and broken, her left eye missing, her wet hair clinging to her face. You may hear dripping water where there shouldn't be any, or feel the air grow cold when she's near. The legend says that you'll feel a sudden tug at your sleeve or your hair when she's close enough to touch you. That's your warning. You have seconds to escape before she reaches you. The only defense is to whisper, stop, and glance over your shoulder to break her momentum. But use this sparingly. Each time you do, it becomes harder to stop her again. When night falls, you must end the game before she catches you. To end the ritual, you must wait until you're alone, completely alone, and say the final words, quote, I cut you loose. Then swing your arm downward as though severing an invisible thread. If you did it correctly, the spirit vanishes. But if you say it too early or too late, she may not leave at all.
Okay.
Some versions of the legend say that if you survive, you'll never quite be alone again. You'll see her reflection sometimes, in puddles, windows, or in the gleam of bathwater, watching and waiting for someone else foolish enough to call her back. So there
what
you
if
go.
Like 20 people do this at once? Is she like running from person
I don't
to
know.
person?
It reminds me of It Follows.
Yes, and why would you want to do this?
I don't know.
Also, those are very intricate rules.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the margin for error is pretty high there.
I'm not going to be doing this anytime soon.
I'm also not a bath person, so this one doesn't appeal to me. Is there a shower ghost?
I don't think there's a shower ghost. Number 3, Bloody Mary. We're not going to talk about it because I think we talked about that in the mirror episode.
Oh, probably.
This one I think we talked about too. 3 Kings. We talked about that in the mirror one, but that's like a huge one on the internet. That's 3 Kings operates differently than other mirror games, allegedly inviting aspects of yourself from alternate realities or parallel dimensions into dialogue. How to play 3 Kings. 3 chairs, 2 mirrors facing each other, complete darkness, and 3:30 a.m. timing.
I remember this now.
You sit between the mirrors, ask questions aloud, and observe the mirror reflections for any signs of movement. Reported consequences, reflections behaving on their own,
Ugh.
Cryptic answers appearing, encountering darker versions of yourself, and lingering dread.
That's all. No.
Skeptical explanation, pareidoia, intensified by darkness.
Sure.
Expectation shapes perception, fatigue-induced altered mental state at 3:30 a.m.
Sure.
Anything that involves mirrors is a nope for me too. That's
Literally every night when I get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, we have those Zevo bug things.
Yeah.
They have like a blue nightlight on them.
Yep.
It's weird to look in the mirror when those things are. When you have a blue light because your eyes look funny. And every night when I go to the bathroom, I glance in the mirror and I think about all the people on the strangers that are like, I don't look in the mirror at night. And I'm like, here's me at like 2 a.m. just looking in the mirror. I'm not going to say I don't get creeped out, but there's too many mirrors in my house to.
When I go to pee in the middle of the night, I look in the mirror and I'm like, ugh, I look old. That's my only thought. Number 5 is red door, yellow door, which is a big one too that I've kind of never heard of.
The ketchup mustard game.
Red door to yellow door is perhaps the most psychologically sophisticated game, a guided meditation ritual. Origin, modern internet folklore. How to play red door, yellow door. Basic setup, guide and subject. Head on guide's lap, arms raised, a chanting group. That's
very vague.
Very vague.
Someone's head is in someone's laps and someone's
so what
arms are in the
happens
air.
is, I thought I had this better in here, better described. Boop, boop, boop. Let me look. No, I guess I don't. Basically, what it is... Okay, here it is. One player is the guide and the other is the subject. The guide sits on the floor, cross-legged with a pillow on their lap. The subject will then lie on the ground with their head in the guide's lap and their hands raised in the air. The guide should, at this point, begin to massage the subject's temples in a circular motion, chanting, quote, red door, yellow door, any other color door, over and over again, joined by any witnesses to the game. As a subject slips into the trance, they will find themselves in a room in their mind, and at that point, they should lower their arms to the floor to signal to the guide to stop chanting. At this point, the person acting as the guide will begin to ask questions to the subject in order to get them to describe the room.
This feels like hypnosis.
Yeah. Any witnesses should be silent so there's no sound except for the voice of the guide and the voice of the subject. The instructor might ask what colors the doors to the room are, how they feel about the doors, and instruct them to go through varying doors to other rooms. The subject is encouraged to answer all questions honestly until the guide decides to end the game, but there are some warnings and signs of danger to keep in mind. Number 1, if you encounter people in the room, it's best not to interact with them. Number 2, if you find yourself in a room full of clocks, leave immediately because clocks can trap you.
Okay.
Number 3, you can go wherever you want, but it's safer to go up than down. Number 4, light things and light colors tend to be better than dark things and dark colors.
Some of this is logical.
Number 5, if you should find yourself trapped in a room, you must try to wake up, because if you don't, you'll be trapped forever.
Again, this sounds like the back rooms, by the way.
Number 6, if you die in the game, you'll die in real life. Number 7, if you encounter a man in a suit who makes you feel uncomfortable, end the game immediately. Number 8, if the guide is having a hard time waking the subject from the trance, they should shake them roughly to bring them back into wakefulness. I don't know if that's, I don't know if that's always recommended, but yeah, that is red door, yellow door. I'm not going to be doing that.
Nope.
Hang on, no, I'm scrolling back. Okay, number 6, the closet game. To start the game, you must have a box of matches with you at all times. Dim the room and enter the closet, staying there for at least 2 minutes. Take a matchstick out and hold it in front of you while reciting the words, quote, "Show me the light or leave me in darkness." If you hear or feel anything out of the ordinary, immediately light the match. Do not turn around or the demon you summon will drag you to hell.
Oh.
Leave the closet slowly and do not let the light from the matchstick blow out. This will end the ritual, but be forewarned that the demon may choose to stay inside your closet. Always keep the closet doors closed during nighttime.
I feel like summoning a demon would take a lot more than sitting in a closet with a match.
So. Number 7, the elevator game. The elevator game, originating from Korea, the elevator game is said to take you to another world. The game is said to be the cause of Elisa Lam's mysterious death back in 2013. Yeah, such an eye roll from Krista. Mm-hmm. To play the game, you need to go to a building with an elevator that has at least 10 floors. That's why I can't play it where I am, because there's only 4 floors. Mm-hmm. Once you are alone in the elevator, press the floor sequence 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5. Do not leave the elevator or attempt to communicate with anyone during the trip. Go back to the first floor and the elevator will bring you to the 10th floor instead. Exit the floor immediately, never look back. You are now in the other world, a place where you are the only one present. To end the game, enter the same elevator and redo the sequence. Once you arrive at the first floor, check your surroundings before exiting the elevator. Should you notice anything out of the ordinary, close the elevator immediately and keep pressing the first floor button.
This feels like something that would happen in Silent Hill.
Leave the elevator once you are sure you have left the other world. Do not look back. Several YouTube personalities have tried their hand at playing this game.
Guess what?
Some have had experiences that made them regret the decision to play the game.
Allegedly. I'm very sarcastic for this part of the game.
Yeah.
Or episode.
So you do those floors, and then you're meant to press the button for the first floor. And when you do this, the elevator is supposed to go up instead of down, and that means the ritual has succeeded. This
would be an interesting YouTube series, actually. I would watch someone test all of these.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool to have
someone do that.
That's really good.
I'm not doing it.
You do that. I was going to say,
I want to watch someone else do it.
After we're done with the strange sessions, you can do that.
I'm going to go take a bath.
Yeah, I would get lots of watches on YouTube. Beware the young woman who may or may not board the elevator at the 5th floor. She is not what she seems. Creepy. Number 8, midnight game. Originally a pagan ritual, the midnight game is one of the riskiest ones to play. To begin the game, you have to have the following items: a candle, a piece of paper, a box of matches, and some salt. Start the game by writing your full name on the paper and putting a drop of your blood on it. So right there.
Okay, I'm out.
Turn off all the lights and place the paper in front of the door. Light the candle and knock exactly 22 times, with the final knock happening at exactly 12 midnight. Once done, open the door, blow out the candle, and close the door. The midnight man should now be in the room. Immediately light your candle and move from room to avoid the midnight man. Should your candle's flame go out, relight it immediately. If it fails, pour the salt in a circular formation around you. Stay there until 3:33 a.m. Do not leave the spot and do not try to provoke the midnight man in any way.
That's a long time.
Should you do either, the midnight man will find you and trap you in a hallucination of your greatest fears, resulting in mental scarring, physical injuries, or even death.
Yeah, no. Let's not do that one.
Nope. This one I don't want to do either. The man in the field. Although the game's introduction notes it has been passed down throughout the centuries and originates from the British Isles in the Middle Ages, I'm somewhat skeptical of this claim. This comes all from the website The Ghost in My Machine, which I've mentioned on here. It's if you're into this stuff at all, That's the website to go to. It's amazing. Like, I love the person that does that website. I suspect that, like many of the other games and rituals floating around out there in the internet, it's actually an invention of the digital age, an internet urban legend aged up to lend it a little more gravity. However, it's true that wicker men have long been burned in effigy, stretching back to ancient times, so maybe there's something at the root of this ritual after all. Players, 1 person. Requirements, a house with a back garden or backyard. We could do that here. No?
Nah.
Inside the house should be at least 1 room that has only 1 door. Ideally, this room should be empty, and ideally, the door should have a lock.
So bathroom would serve that purpose.
A non-electric source of illumination, a candle preferably, a crucifix, an analog watch or clock. Do not use a cell phone. So the invitation, begin after sunset, but before midnight. How much time you leave yourself is up to you. Clear the house and backyard of other people. Make sure you have your crucifix on your person. Light the candle or lantern. Enter the backyard and turn to face the house. Repeat the following phrase 7 times. Quote, but who will scare the crows away? After the 7th time, listen closely. If you hear nothing, the summoning has failed. Do not proceed. Although there are no known negative consequences for returning to your house, it's recommended that you leave immediately. Do not return until after 6 a.m. If you hear a voice behind you or maybe in your own head, the summoning has succeeded and you may proceed. The voice will say, quote, that's not your biggest problem. Heed its warning.
Okay.
Return to your house and close the door behind you. Do not look back. Go to the room with only 1 door. Ideally, the room should be empty of all objects, but if it is not, close anything in it that might open. Drawers, closets, windows, boxes, etc. Do not miss anything. If it is able to be opened, you must close it. This is your safe room. Leave the crucifix in the safe room. Exit the safe room. Everything else in your house that is capable of opening will now be open. Your task is to close everything before the clock strikes 12. If you see a man with ashen skin in your peripheral vision, do not look at him. Do not make eye contact with him. However, there is no need to fear him. Simply go about your business. He is not the man in the fields. Do not, above all else, look into the backyard. If you happen to look into the backyard, immediately go to your safe room and close and lock the door. Find your crucifix and grasp it tightly. Pray you did not leave anything in the room open. Do not open the door before 6 a.m., no matter what you hear or don't hear outside. After you have closed everything in your house, and you are positive you have closed everything in your house, go to bed and close one final thing, your eyes. Sleep if you can. Do not open your eyes. If you wake up in the morning, congratulations, you won. The winning condition. If you successfully complete the ritual, you will be completely safe for 1 calendar year. However, what you are safe from will depend on what time you begin the ritual. If you begin at 3 hours before midnight, your safety will be physical. You won't get sick. You'll suffer no injury. You'll be in perfect health for 1 year. If you begin 2 hours before midnight, your safety is physical and financial. You will remain in perfect health and you'll never want for money for 1 calendar year. If you begin 1 hour before midnight, your safety is total and complete. Your actions will cause no negative consequences in any way for 1 calendar year.
What happens after 1 calendar year?
I don't know. Concerning the Ashen Man, he is not the man in the fields. He is more like a referee. Concerning the backyard, if you happen to look in the backyard, you will see a scarecrow that you've never seen there before. It is much taller than any scarecrow should be, and it is missing its head. If you see the scarecrow, he will also see you, and when he sees you, he will slowly begin to climb down from his post. This is the man in the fields. From the moment he turns to look at you, will have no more than 60 seconds to reach your safe room and lock the door. Do not under any circumstances open the door before 6 a.m. If you do, he will take something of yours. One final note.
Well, that's not that big of a deal.
Something you need, your head. One final note: should you be forced to flee your safe room, you also better hope you didn't leave anything in there open, because if you did, he'll still be able to get in. So that is the man in the fields. That's a nope.
No, and you know what's interesting about all of this? That sounds 100% made up. I think that would be such an interesting experiment to like brainstorm some ritual game and just make it up and say this is what's going to happen and you have to do this by this time. Put it out into the
and see
internet
see what happens.
And see if people do it and then have the experiences that you made up that they would have.
This one is very like visual with the scarecrow crawling down off the post.
It reminds me of, what is that? It was like it's like books that they turned into a movie recently. Stories to scare.
in the dark.
Yeah. There's one that had to do, I thought, with a scarecrow, and
that might be that one. This is the one that I definitely will not be doing. It's called Hell Phone. The Hell Phone ritual was provided to the website by a reader who wished to remain anonymous. Whether that means they just created it or are passing it along, I don't know. One person, requirements, one corded landline telephone. It must be corded, not a mobile phone. One white candle, one black candle, matches or a lighter, a timekeeping device, paper and a writing implement, optional but recommended, a safeguard, a prayer, word of protection, etc. A dark, quiet room in which to play, someone with whom you wish to speak who is no longer alive. Begin by determining when you will attempt to play the game. The game must be played at 3 a.m. on a Friday morning. That is what most players would consider to be Thursday night into Friday morning. Do not attempt to play this at any different time or a different night of the week. When you have determined when you will play the game, make the rest of your preparations. Gather your supplies, identify the dark, quiet room in which you will play, and most importantly, determine the number you will dial when you play this game of someone that passed away that you want to talk to. So how this works is, if I die and you want to talk to me, Kurt, K is the 11th letter of the alphabet, U is the 21st, R is the 18th, and T is the 20th. So you would dial 112-118-20.
Okay.
To contact me. I'm assuming you would use my last name too.
Is this a landline that's active and plugged in?
So some people say
it could just be a dead phone.
It could just be a dead phone, but some people say it works better if you have it plugged into a dead line in your house.
Okay.
Like most are these days.
Recorded phone right there.
we could try it right over there. Yeah. A lot of people say it works better if you have it in a dead line.
Okay.
Which, you know.
Yeah, we don't have phone service here.
We could try it over there maybe
totally
sometime.
Could.
Before 3 a.m. on the night in which you intend to play, bring your supplies to the quiet, dark room. Close the curtains, otherwise block out the windows. Set up the telephone, place the white candle to the right of the phone, place the black candle to the left of the phone. Place the matches or lighter within easy reach. Place the paper and the writing stuff nearby if you're going to use it. Place the timekeeping device somewhere you can see it. Turn out the lights. Now wait until it is just before 3 a.m. At 3 a.m. precisely, light the white candle, then repeat the following words aloud 3 times. Quote, "May human souls be guided to me by the light of this candle, and may they come in peace." After the 3rd repetition, wait for a brief moment, watch the white candle. If the white candle goes out, the ritual has failed. Do not proceed. Say your safeguard word aloud, disconnect the telephone, and exit the room, closing the door behind you. If the white candle stays lit, the ritual has succeeded. You can proceed. Now, think about your loved one, the person that is no longer with you that you want to talk to. In your mind's eye, recall them in as much detail as you can, what they look like, what they sounded like, their little habits and eccentricities, all the things that made them who they were. Hold this image in your mind. Focus on it. Still holding the image, pick up the telephone receiver and put it to your ear. Then dial the number as previously determined, the number for the person you are currently thinking of. Wait for 10 seconds. What do you hear on the phone line? If you hear nothing after 10 seconds, the ritual has failed. Do not proceed. Hang up and disconnect the telephone, extinguish the white candle, and light the black one. Repeat aloud the following 3 times. Quote, "May the spirit consume the light of this candle, for it will not consume my soul." Then speak your safeguard aloud 3 times. Allow the black candle to burn until it extinguishes itself, then exit the room. If you hear someone pick up the other end before the 10 seconds are up, or you hear strange noises on the empty line, like someone quietly breathing, the ritual has succeeded. You may proceed. Listen closely to what they say. The voice may be weak, and they will speak for 60 seconds and 60 seconds only. Use the pen and paper to write down what they say, but do not allow these tools to distract you. Listen to their message. Hear it in its entirety. It's very possible that your correspondent will speak to you only in numbers, just like the numbers that you use to pick the name. If this should be the case, write down the numbers and later decode them. Ending the call. When your correspondent falls silent, hang up and disconnect the phone immediately. Speak aloud your safeguard word. Remain where you are until the white candle burns out. Later, in the safety of daylight, you may look back over your message. I hope it was worth it. If the white candle extinguishes itself during step 2 after dialing the number, it's possible you have received an uninvited guest. Over the next 13 days, you may see or hear things, figures, strange shapes, voices, unusual noises from time to time. However, do not be alarmed. This uninvited guest is not capable of doing any physical harm and will leave on their own after the 13 days are up. If you complete the ritual and experience nightmares or the pervasive smell of rot starting the following night, I'm so sorry. There is nothing that can be done.
Okay.
Yep. So when I got
who comes up with this stuff?
I don't know. But that's like a huge no. That's like a huge no. So the last one I'm going to talk about is the mirror reflection challenge. The internet loves a dare, especially one that blurs the line between a prank and summoning. The mirror reflection challenge is the newest of them all. It began circulating on TikTok and Reddit sometime in 2024, exploding in popularity in mid-2025. Some people call it the Bloody Mary of the algorithm age. The setup began exactly at 3 a.m., known in folklore as the devil's hour, a time when the boundary between worlds thins. Stand before a mirror in low light or no light. Some players use only a candle, others rely on the faint glow of a phone screen. Start recording, either live or pre-recorded. I don't get what that means. Whisper your own name 3 times, or in some versions, ask aloud, quote, "Who are you?" Then you wait. Within 30 seconds, participants claim to see something in the mirror, usually subtle at first. The face shifting, an eye blinking a little bit too late, a second figure forming behind them. Sometimes it's a shadow, sometimes it's a smile that lingers a little too long. Ugh. The real terror, they say, begins when the reflection doesn't stop moving after you do. Some players swear that their reflection tilts its head in the opposite direction that you do, or even walks away while they stood still. A few describe more extreme encounters, black eyes, an unfamiliar grin, or the reflection pressing its palm to the glass as if it were alive. The challenge ends when the viewer breaks eye contact or turns the light back on. But according to the comments beneath many of these clips, that's when things really began. Scratches on the mirror, cold spots, and reflections flickering days later. The first known sighting of the challenge traces back to a TikTok post under the tag, quote, or hashtag mirror reflection challenge, where a user filmed herself whispering at a reflection before images seemed to blink out of sync. Since then, dozens of copycat videos have appeared. Some are obvious edits, others simple lighting tricks, but a few are strangely convincing. One clip that went viral in August 2025 showed a man in a dim bathroom holding a candle. The flame flickered, his reflection smiled, and then both the candle and the reflection extinguished at once. His video cut off with the caption, "Don't look behind you." The next day, his account vanished. Whether real or staged, the legends spread fast. Every time a user reposts a warning or reaction, the myth evolves, collecting new details like static in the mirror. Different times, new rules, darker consequences. It became the digital version of a campfire story, told in 30-second clips and comment threads. The idea of mirrors as portals isn't new. Across cultures, they're seen as gateways to the soul, tools for divination, and doors between worlds.
That's such like a common thing, like in horror movies, is you're looking in the mirror and your reflection does something slightly different.
You turn your head and the reflection doesn't.
It's been around for a long time.
Some players interpret what they see as a doppelganger, a twin, or the manifestation of the alternate self. Theories vary. Dimensional overlap. The mirror is a temporary window into another version of reality. Psychological projection. The mind creates the illusion as it searches for movement in the dark. Spirit mimicry. The reflection is not you at all, but something wearing your shape. The last theory is the most unnerving. According to some posts, the mirror beings don't just appear during the challenge, it follows you afterward. A few claim to have caught glimpses of themselves turning corners before they do, or seen their reflections move when they haven't. So there you go. What do you think?
I mean, the majority of them sound completely made up. They're just, the steps are so intricate. Don't look behind you. Be sure to shut the door. Be sure to do this and that. Like, what does, I don't know. I get that's part of the ritual part of it.
Yeah. I mean, so much of magic is rituals.
Yes.
And that's tied in with it. I don't know.
Like, I feel like we could just make one up.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you believe enough and your intent is to communicate with something, you could probably communicate with something no matter what it is. I think that's
what's going on with the mirror thing. I think mirrors are creepy, and I think they can be, portals that can be used potentially. Like, I love the whole thing with the two mirrors facing each other, making an infinite corridor.
Like, I feel like you and I could craft a ritual game.
Oh, I think we totally could.
And I bet our strangers could try it.
We could.
Very brave strangers could try it and report back to, like, what do they experience, if anything.
Yeah.
That'd be a really fun... Well, I use the word fun carefully because I don't want to put anyone in a bad position. But
and I talk about that Wyoming incident ARG that I did where one of the rituals was to summon Father Paranoia, where you'd have to be up at midnight and you'd have to listen to creepy music. And then, I mean, that's a ritual.
Sure. Yeah. And it's all rituals. Yeah.
But I just think these are just fun. I think these are just inventions,
like Bloody Mary,
inventions for fun. But and
that's how we freaked ourselves out as kids.
And so many of them have things that we consider kind of freaky, like mirrors or dead phone lines or darkness and all that. So I just think that they're fun things. I don't know if I really think any of them are legitimate, but at the same time, I sure as hell wouldn't want to do the mirror. I don't want to do them because they freak me out.
Because I think there is a risk that if your intent is to communicate with something, you might.
Yeah.
Even if you're using some made-up game you found on the internet.
Yeah.
If you think you're going to communicate with something, you might.
That's like people that think Slender Man became real after enough people believed in the story. Yeah, it's a tulpa. So I'm not going to do any of these. I'm surely not going to do the phone.
It's fun to hear about them, though.
It is fun to hear about them.
And I would watch someone do these experiments.
There you go. Hopefully you guys like these.
I like that. There was a good tie-in between these two. Yeah,
there was actually with the Magick and stuff. How long are we looking at the episode?
Hour and 48 minutes.
Oh, we're good. And you have to
tell my story.
Yes, I wanted to make sure that we remembered that.
It's not much of a story, and I'll show you before you leave. Please remind me.
Is there physical evidence?
No, but sort of. I mean, I can demonstrate to you what I heard. So in the process of the renovations that we're doing here, I say we very loosely. It's Jim.
Oh, hang on, I got a new Instagram follower.
Oh.
Naughty little girl.
Oh, okay. Delete immediately.
Oh, I started right with the microphone.
He uncovered, like, ripped out carpeting and all kinds of stuff, and every room has like different like bricks, pavers or whatever as the flooring. And there's one brick paver in the book room that's loose, and when you step on it, it makes a very distinct noise. I will show you. It's the only brick in this entire first floor that makes that noise. And we were all, and Jim, I didn't even say anything actually, but Jim and Lucy and I were in the living room one night, and I heard that brick move as if something had stepped on it.
Okay, that's creepy.
And I was like, I'm just not even going to say anything because Jim's, although he's come a little closer to believing in stuff.
Good. If nothing else, we did
almost 30 years that we've been together. Exactly. And it just, I think about it every once in a while because I've never heard that noise unless someone stepped on it. Now, we do have mice. I don't know if they're big enough.
Yeah, to step on that.
Right.
But it could have been it getting hot out or constricting.
No.
You think something
had to step on it? No, I don't think so. Yeah. I truly think you would have to step on it to make that noise.
Did Lucy notice?
No, I don't think so. No.
Huh. That's weird.
And I'll show you before you leave. It's very distinct. Like there's no mistaking this sound.
I have never once got a bad vibe in this house.
No,
I think if it is the ghost, I think there's nothing bad here.
Right.
But
someone did die here. I mean, but
that is weird that you heard. Now I'm curious to hear that.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm wondering, we're starting to do a bunch of renovations, like ripping out the kitchen and replacing it with
maybe that's why it's all of a sudden active.
Could be. I mean, all of the new kitchen, not all, some of the new kitchen cabinets and the flooring are in the book room.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll have to show you.
I want to see that.
Also, tomorrow is 4 years since my dad passed. So then I start thinking, is someone just popping in to say hi? Like, I don't know.
It could be.
It didn't make me think of him, but now I'm realizing.
So Jim did hear it?
No, he did not.
Oh, okay.
No. And I didn't say anything. I heard it. I looked over there. I kind of thought about it for a while, and I was like, oh, it could be anything.
Yeah.
But now that I think about it, I'm like, no, not really. Something would have had to step on it.
Yeah. I mean, if it took pressure for it to do that.
Yes, it absolutely takes pressure.
It's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to record here anymore.
Yeah, we have all, I mean, if you look up, this is all concrete. It's not like we have wood joists under the floor. It's concrete. That doesn't shift with the changing of the temperature and stuff like that. So
that's weird. Mm-hmm. Yeah, now you got to show me that.
I will. Well, thanks again, Jessica, for your Very generous box, and happy birthday again to Eric.
I'm going to friend her on Facebook if I'm not already friended. Yep, happy birthday to Eric. Thank you so much, Jesse. Love this stuff.
Yeah.
Now we got stuff
I mean,
to
if
eat.
everything's as good as this king cake, I'm pretty excited.
It's pretty dang good.
I'm going to have Jim do a taste
And
test.
we looked to see what the next episode is, and it's Missing 411. It'll probably be our last Missing 411. If you guys know of any Missing 411 cases that we haven't covered, because when we started the podcast, we were hitting a bunch of them in episodes. I have the Missing 411 books from Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie.
Have you ever run across any in Wisconsin? Because we do have a national
there's
park.
some in Wisconsin. There's a couple in Wisconsin.
Okay.
I'll look through the books. I'll look through the internet. Speaking of Stephanie, I'm because I saw on our Facebook yesterday that Anthony Stewart Head from Buffy the Vampire Slayer died yesterday.
Aww.
Which sucks because he was like my favorite character on
Who
Buffy.
Was he on Buffy?
He was her
like mentor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can picture him.
Yeah. So he died, which really sucks.
Aww.
But I'll look through those books and look on the internet, and it'll probably be our wrap up for Missing 411 stuff.
Yeah.
And we're not going to crap on David Politis too bad. Like I said, that the Reddit is just people ripping on every little thing he does. So I think that's it.
Cool.
Do we got anything else?
I don't think so.
I got to go to Walmart, my favorite parking lot. I have to go there and get some stuff. Yeah. Otherwise, nothing.
That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. We are continuing our victory lap for the Strange Sessions. Going to be wrapping it up. This is episode, 11, 12?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Before you know it, it's going to be done.
I know.
I want to register Strange and Confused on Facebook, but I just don't want to. I just hate Facebook lately.
I know.
It's just horrible. I'll figure something out. Maybe every episode will be live with an audience.
Really? Wow.
So I think that's it. So from the haunted house of Krista, apparently.
Allegedly.
And from the Strange Cellar 2.0.
Yep.
Until next
Deets.
time.
You didn't do the deets.
Oh, deets. By now, I think they know. You
They
can
probably
email
know.
us at thestrangesessions
We
at
do have
gmail.com.
new listeners.
We are on Instagram where Chris does a great job. Love our Instagram peeps at The Strange Sessions. You can send postcards and snail mail to The Strange Sessions, P.O. Box 434, Manitowoc, Wisconsin, 54221-0434. Thank you again, Jesse. You can call our lonely phone line at 920-443-9602. And you can send listener stories always to thestrangesessionsstories@gmail.com.
It would be really cool if for our final episode, like the May 2027 episode, people left us a bunch of voicemails.
Yeah, I want to ask that later.
That would be really fun. We'll probably just cry through the whole thing.
I know. That's gonna be a hard one, but like I said, I feel like it's time. I think that we've done
it's run its course.
I think we've done everything we can, but
10 years is a long time.
It still floors me how much podcasts have exploded.
I know.
Since we started doing this in 2017.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
2016,
We're just a
2017.
drop in the,
Yeah, it's just crazy.
We're a drop in an ocean of great podcasts, honestly.
Oh yeah, and I love that some podcasts sprouted from ours, so very cool.
Yeah.
And we're not going away. We'll be back in some form or another. Krista's going to start a YouTube channel where she's doing all these paranormal challenges.
I would love to maybe at some point just do like a short series of very specific topic, like get together to record just a series, like maybe a 6 episode, something about a very specialized topic.
I know. And I wish I knew a topic like that we could really focus on.
Oh, I think we could figure one out. We just have to narrow it down.
Like I really would love to be like, Monsters Among Us is with Mirrored Men, where that's kind of their thing. And I feel like the Bet Sphere is kind of Astonishing Legends thing. Like I wish we had our own thing, but I don't know. Maybe we'll work on that. And like the Lake Michigan Mothman is,
Totally.
Tobias' that's their thing. Yeah. So it's like, we'll have to see if we could, like Mimics would be cool to be our thing.
I was just going to say Mimics is that one thing that we're both totally creeped out and fascinated by.
It'd
be fun to do like a serious deep dive, like a series, but just like a short series, not commit to like a whole new podcast or anything, just like 5-6 episodes of a deep dive into something. Yeah.
I think about like being somewhere and then seeing you like standing on the side of the road just smiling at me, and I look back and you're gone. Like mimics creep me out, man. But they're fascinating as heck. So maybe we'll do a deep dive on mimics. That would be something we could do in the future.
We'll think about it.
We'll sleep on it. Yeah. So from Krista and I down in the Strange Cellar 2.0, until next time, stay strange.
Hi.
Am I on?
We used to call this the pre-show. Now it's technically the after show.
Am I on?
Yeah, you're on. Let's check the audio real quick. It just seems really quiet, but...
Oh, yeah.
Turn down over here. All the mics are turned up. Make sure that one's turned off. This one doesn't even have an on-off switch. How is that even possible?
It has to, doesn't it?
Nope. Oh, here it is. No, it doesn't.
What the heck?
Apparently this mic is just on.
What the what?
Yeah. I'm tapping on it. Wow. 10 years in, I'm just learning
that
recording this microphone, yeah,
I wonder if it's going boom, boom, boom when you're tapping on it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Did you post to the socials?
I did. Oh, not yet. No, not for this morning's picture.
Oh, I think I took everything off of this.
Oh my God. We're off our game already.
Yeah, well, we skipped last 2 weeks ago. Okay, here's the flash drive.
Cool.
Yoink.
Cool.
Ow, I just hit the microphone on my brim of my cap. Oh, I heard Lucy.
The baby dog. All right, let me log in, post to Instagram. People used to pay for this. God, I have to get back on Ko-fi and keep opening up episodes. I don't know if anybody's even listening, but you know.
I know how it goes.
I tried to. Oh, what about our trivia winners?
Oh, I talked to them this week.
Did you send pictures of the hats that are still available?
No. Oh, I have to bring a hat for Amy Orheim today.
Which one do you want to just grab one?
Did Eric ever get a cap?
I don't know. You can give him one.
Oh, yeah, one.
We have enough hats left.
No,
now.
I messaged
Happy
Stephanie.
birthday. Oh, he's not.
No, we'll announce
it
during
in the episode.
Stephanie and Roland I messaged about. And Stephanie said, because as far as signing the...
Oh, show notes?
Yeah, Roland wants the one about the Elise Froon, about the girls that went missing, because he said that was the first one that he listened to, so we'll sign that.
That's our highest viewed one on YouTube.
I know. And then Stephanie said, I think she said anyone, so we'll print some of those. I'll have Corey print them out because he's got a printer. I always send him stuff to print. All right.
Okay, I'm sharing to Instagram. Just have to...
Oh, no, Lucy girl. Should I go pee while...
Yeah.
I'll be back. I won't bring the microphone with me when I pee.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I'm going to pause it because nobody wants to listen to me talk to myself. And we're back.
Oh, I'm back from peeing.
Maybe I'll mention it in the regular episode. I heard something in the house the other day.
Oh, boy.
I don't know why I bring this stuff up because I'm still thoroughly convinced there's really nothing here. But it's still enough that makes me go,
Things that make you go,
Okay, we're all
hang on.
Social media'd.
Sending you this.
Is it a recording from when you went to the bathroom?
It is.
Sweet.
Video recording when I went to the bathroom. While I was peeing.
Save it to my archive.
While I was peeing, I was actually watching a bird out on the fence back there.
Oh, nice. We have quite the variety out here.
Then I was thinking about how freaky it would be to see someone standing there in the woods.
It's that's like my nightmare. Like late at night, not late at night. Okay, like more like 8:30 when it's just like starting to get dark out, and I'll let Lucy out one last time, and she'll just start randomly barking at the woods. I'm like,
yeah,
what is going on? I don't hear another dog barking. Like, what is the deal? Is this for the episode?
No, that's Lucy.
Aww. Mistreated, neglected dog hasn't been played with in over 10 minutes. Yup. For her, it would have more to do with I haven't eaten in like 5 minutes. She's a food-driven dog.
It was really pretty pulling into your driveway with there's like a mist. And the sunlight coming through the trees. It was really pretty.
Nice.
Yeah. If anybody wants to see, the address is...
It's our ongoing joke.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm excited about this package.
It's pretty heavy. I don't know what's in there.
I don't even... Wow, Jessica.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited.
All right.
Do I start this one? I think I do.
I don't know.
You can.
No, I think you do, because I had to think of something quick on the fly last time.
Okay. Cool.
Just started. Just be like, hey.
I'm actually ready.
Okay.
Are you ready? Okay.
Ready.